Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an author, speaker, and proud father. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. You're the common denominator between bad men. You're the common denominator. Ladies. I'm going to tell you something I find interesting. I will have a conversation with any woman about the type of men she encounter, and she'll say, well, they're all dusty, or they're all dumb, or, they all ugly. And the woman, of course, no woman on the planet has met all 3.3 to 4 billion men on the planet. All she can talk about is the men she encountered. Even when she discusses with her girlfriends, like the type of men and they all saying the same thing, it's still a drop in the bucket when you talk about a global population, right? But we ain't talking about just dealing with the girlfriends, the women themselves. If you're a woman and you keep getting dogs, you keep getting players, you keep getting dusties, you keep getting broke dudes, the only thing those men have in common is not that they're dusty, not that they're players, not that they're broke, not that they all got smelly breath, got some serious dental issues. The only thing in common is you. That's the reality. Lady, that is the reality. Only thing these men got in common is you. These men, I don't care how similar their issues are. You don't know the whole picture of them unless you were in a long-term relationship with that guy. And even then, if you keep meeting that type of guy, you're the only thing that's in common. Because I'm going to tell you what, I keep hearing women say that and blame the men and blame the men. The men are who they are. But what was it within you that chose that man? Or was receptive to that man? Because I know, some women don't want to acknowledge that y'all be choosing the men you be with. Okay, that's fine. But the men you did get with, okay, you say, well, I only let men approach me. Okay. How is it that those men with loser stamped on their head keep approaching you? Now, I want y'all to think about that. It's always the same type of man. And see, you're the only thing in common. So here's the thing, ladies, and here's the trick. And I've shared this for the men and stuff. I've told men this plenty of times. I said, shoot, if you keep running into I told the men, you keep running these bad women, you got to look at within and see what it is about you that keeps attracting them. Seriously, and that's every single person. Because it got to be something in you that broadcasts to a man of that caliber that you're available. Or there's got to be something that all the men out here, and, let's just be real, unless a woman is just totally jacked up, every woman got a couple guys showing some interest. But the women always end up with the same type. Now, part of it is based on your imprint and everything. That's what you're used to. But then you got to deal with that imprint. Most women don't have a good imprint. So then you need to sit back and say, well, what is it about me that draws these dusties? And I've talked about this before, but it's very important because I constantly hear women complaining, saying the men are this, the men are that. Okay, so what is it about you? How come only these type of men are approaching you? How come every time you deal with these men, you're getting dogged? Because I'm going to tell you something now, and I've seen this with a lot of women. Understand, I've known a lot of women, known them to the point they were telling secrets. And it's always the same thing. It's always the same. Whenever I can observe them over a period of time, too, and, they were dealing with one guy, it seemed good at first. So it's like, okay, I'll give it 6 months. Then usually the women fool me on that one. It'd be 5 months later and they breaking up. I was like, oh, damn, I gave them longer than it was supposed to be. But it'd be always the same thing. Whenever I've known any women that I've known that they've dealt with multiple men and had trouble, they always said the same thing. But then I started looking at the woman. I was like, okay, she getting that type of man. Okay, that's what she drawing. And I'm going to tell you what, it's on many levels. Like, and I've said this before. If I look at a woman and interact with her, I can pretty much, I say from a picture, I could get maybe a 60% accuracy. What type of men she gonna attract from a picture. And I'm saying 60 because for that to go higher, I would have to have like several pictures of the women in different poses and everything. Now, if I got several, like I say, if I got 12 pictures of the woman, different settings and everything, that thing go up to 80% what she'll get. Like, seriously, I can look at a woman and tell what type of man she's going to attract as a man because I already know what's going to go for that type. So if a woman is drawing bad men, it's something within her. It's something with her look and it's something with her attitude. Let's get with the look thing. What have I said? What did I say last week? What is just very prominent? Men, I mean, y'all know this, men, we on the looks. As long as your personality is cool, we ain't tripping over what you do for a living. We ain't tripping over all that extra stuff where you live. It's where how good you look and how well you get along with our personality. So if a woman is drawing a certain type of man, one is based on how she look. And it don't mean whether or not it don't necessarily mean she ugly or anything. She could be gorgeous, physically gorgeous. But something about how she carrying stuff only draws a certain type. Or, it could be like she ain't fully in her femininity, so she drawing some men who, quite frankly, ain't fully in their masculinity. But it's something there, and then it's her attitude. Like you get some women, they got a bad attitude towards men. And let me talk about that for a second. As a woman, you got a bad attitude, you'll still draw some men, but they just think that it's just because they like your body or something. And they probably just want to masturbate inside of you. Now, I'm going to be raw with it. It's something about it. So, if you know you're the common denominator, you want to change what's going on. You can't change what's going on the outside. You got to change what's happening on the inside of you. And this is every single woman. And I've seen this happen. When I've seen women who changed what they were about, changed their attitude. Well, first their attitude, because by changing their attitude, that actually affects their outer look. When I've seen women do that, I've seen them improve the type of men they get, start getting a totally different type of man. And it come down to that. You're the common denominator. You got to work on yourself. You got to look in that mirror and say, okay, I keep getting this, this, and this. What is it about me that keeps getting stuck in that? And, I'm going to recommend this. Sometimes it's deep enough. You probably need therapy. You need a good therapist to say, okay, what's the common denominator? And trust me, like I said, I've known a lot of women who I've known over the years. I've known who they would go for. And you know what is sad about it? With every single one of these women, they knew at least one guy who would have been good for them. Every single one. And in fact, they would even complain. Most of them would complain and say, I wish I could fall for him. But they falling for this bum or something. You need to check out why you falling for that bum. Because a man can't force you. If a man force you to do anything, that's rape. That man, he's holding you at gunpoint. The law would take care of them. So if you're dealing with that man, it's something in you. All right? It's something within you. All right? So anyway, I want y'all to think on that, and I'll get back with you later. Peace and blessings.